Hi, this is Bill from Billboard Comics. Welcome to another installment of our Girlfriend's Guide to Comics feature here. It's a guide to your loved one so they can help them take part in the hobby that you love so much, be they girlfriends, boyfriends, parents, whatever. Um, Today we're going to talk about keys. You might not think, if you are comic book literate, keys is that big of an issue, but there are certain challenges involved with it for the novice. Um, Basically, what a key is basically a book that's important into the history of the comic book or the character, um, which makes it more expensive. Um, Here, let me give you some examples of certain types of keys that are in comic books, and I'll come back afterwards and go into more detail.
Deaths of major and minor characters can be considered keys. First appearances of popular characters are also key issues. Origin stories, if the character is important enough, can also be a key issue. Weddings between two characters could be keys. New costumes, say like Spider Man's black suit, is a key issue. Battles between characters such as The Thing and Hulk could be a key issue. Cover art by famous artists like Adam Hughes and Dave Stevens. First work of a writer artist like Todd McFarlane on Coyote. A story event like Batman breaking his back or Demon in a Bottle. These could all be keys.
Seems pretty straightforward, right? Um, and it is for the most part. Basically, it's just um, basically it's that's what it is. It's like something that happens, a wedding, a new costume, or whatever. However, there are certain like little foibles that put a little spice on it to make it a little bit difficult for you. Um, there are different qualifications of keys, minor keys, and major keys. What's the difference between the two? Um, it should be self-explanatory, but um, sometimes it's not. Um, Major keys are the more important keys. The first appearance of Spider-Man, the first appearance of Superman, um, first appearance of Wolverine. Those are all major keys. Basically, if it's something majorly important that translates into actually like more of the comic history and changes an introduction of an important character, that is a major key. However, minor keys are also like say like introduction of a supporting character or a character who has not been seen in other media. Those are minor keys. Sometimes minor keys do become major keys, and sometimes the same character could have a major and minor key in their own lifetime. Um, Kate Kane, Batwoman, made her first appearance in the 52 series that came after in the Crisis. She appeared first as herself, out of costume, and her first appearance as Kate Kane is a minor key. However, later on in the run, when she appears in costume as Batwoman, that's a major key. Um, you might not see the difference there, but for collectors, having her as the first Batwoman is a major key. Having her as in a civilian identity is a minor key. It's her first appearance as a character, not as the superhero. Um, so that's something to be watching out for. Obviously, the major keys you'll be paying more money for because they're more important, more in demand, and sometimes even more hard to find. Minor keys, um, if you're a speculator in the market, minor keys might be the place where you want to put most of your investment in because you never know when somebody who is in first appearance as a minor key gets a TV series on Disney Plus, or is James Gunn is going to have to be in the um, his line of movies. Um, I'm not here to tell you about speculation right now. This is basically to help you. That's a little bit too advanced for what I'm trying to do here with this segment, um, but that's something to consider if that's part of your journey with your significant other into the world of comic books. Um, Another little foible that I find absolutely hilarious is the sliding key. Um, Let me explain this. Uh, for the longest time, The first appearance of Wolverine was Hulk 181. It's a major key because Wolverine is Wolverine. Even before Hugh Jackman played him in the X-Men, he was one of Marvel's most popular characters. He was selling books left and right, so there's a lot of demand for his first appearance. Prices for Incredible Hulk 181, even in bad condition, uh, is running a couple $100. In good condition, it'd be multiple thousands of dollars, which puts it out of the line of certain collectors, um, especially those who want high grade CGC copies of all their books, at least their keys. Um, then recently, all of a sudden, people decide it seems like somebody somewhere went through Hulk 180 and came to the last page and realized, wait a minute, Wolverine is in the last page of this issue. This is actually his first appearance, not 181. So, therefore, Hulk 180 became more valuable and went up in price accordingly. They usually mark that as the first cameo appearance of Wolverine to differentiate from the actual 181. So 181 is still the get if you want the first appearance of Wolverine. However, if you want like a cheaper first appearance of Wolverine, 180 is your choice. But that wasn't good enough. Yes, Wolverine does make an appearance in one panel 180, but somebody had a picture. I believe it might be Daredevil 133, or there's also an issue with Thor that has a house ad in it. What is the secret of Wolverine? Check out now in Hulk 181, which was released before Hulk 180 and Hulk 181, which means, you guessed it, a lot of people consider that house ad the first appearance of Wolverine in comic books. I don't. I don't, and you know, I'm if I the house ad is in the comic book series that I'm collecting, I'm probably going to have to pay a premium to get that issue, and I'm going to resent it all along because it's an ad, you know. But that's just me. But that's something to look out for. If you're looking for like the first appearance of Wolverine, somebody might try to sell you um, like 180 and say like your boyfriend will love this, your girlfriend will love this. It's the first appearance of 181. That's his first one, but this is the really very first appeared, or the comic book with the ad in it. This is where he really first appeared. Um, so, but like just be on the lookout for that. Um, as a result, keys are usually like where would you find keys? Basically, if you go to a convention or a comic book store, these are the books that the keys will be found on the wall, what are called wall books. Most expensive books on the wall, like usually behind a front counter or whatever. Or conventions, they have it up on them before they set up. Um, Usually, the more savvy of the people will let you know if their account is a key or not. Um, there is an app called Key Collector. Um, it usually lists all the keys for your uh, each series and stuff it is, and tells you why it's a key, like first appearance of Jean the Wolf in like Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, or you know the marriage of Cyclops and Jean Grey in X-Men Second Series 30. Um, that'll give you a good idea of what is a key and what's not if you're going shopping for a particular issue for your significant other. Um, you'll be able to know beforehand exactly like what what you're going to be have to pay for it going into it. It won't. It usually gives you a price range. Uh, Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not, but it'll give you an idea of like, okay, this book is not appearing on Key Collector because you should probably get it pretty cheap, or okay, this is a key, so I might end up paying for it. If you have any questions, I think that pretty much covers it, keeping it as brief as possible. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Um, do you have a question about like where you could find keys or whatever keys, or like how you can negotiate with buying keys or anything like that, put it in the comments. And if you found this valuable information valuable, hit like, hit subscribe, because I'll be doing a number of these segments in the near future. Um, until then, keep collecting.